Once again, thanks for coming to the commencement program for this year's 2020 class at Gowan Stadium.
All right, good afternoon. Please remain standing. Hutchinson High School Senior Weston Krause is going to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
Please be seated. I know this is a little awkward. The graduates are there, the family's here, so I'm going to kind of do this a little informally here for the welcome. First off, there was a message, some housekeeping things. The live stream, I don't know if it's working now, but it was having some issues. So if we cannot get that live, we will get it recorded. Also, for those of you that want to see the speech from the front, we're okay. I have my script. But let me just stop right there. That's kind of the way this school year has gone, you know? We've had to adapt, overcome, and that's what we're going to do now. But back to my point, Ray Hammond, our district media director, is going to be filming the front of this, and he's going to put a YouTube link on our district Facebook page. So if you kind of feel bad that you can't see the speeches from the front, go to our district webpage and look for that later. We'll do our best to get that on there. Also, once we're done with the formal speeches and recognitions, bear with us. We're going to turn everything around here, and the graduates will walk from the south to the north, and they will be facing you, okay? So we're adapting, we're overcoming. With that, I appreciate everybody's patience and understanding, not only with getting this graduation set, but also with the school year. Nobody can recall a school year ever ending that way. Hopefully we don't have to do that again. And we have a fall with some more challenges that we're facing now, but we will face them and we will do the best we can. It is actually nice to have the wind, believe it or not, as much as it's kind of been a problem. But with that, this class, I tell you what, it was good to see their faces yesterday. They've been resilient. They've shown perseverance. They've shown a positivity that I think we all could learn from. I feel very fortunate that we can have this ceremony today because it's been a long time coming. And I had about 5 different plans for this. So I'm glad we all could make this happen and honor them in the way that they deserve. With that, we'll begin the formal part of graduation. At this time, I'd like to acknowledge the seniors who are members of the National Honor Society. The white stoles worn over their gowns distinguish members of the Hutchinson High School chapter of the National Honor Society. Would the members of the National Honor Society please stand and be recognized? Thank you. Each year, the Kansas State High School Activities Association sponsors 2 citizenship awards for graduating seniors. These awards are selected by HHS staff members and are presented to students who have been outstanding young citizens, who have demonstrated respect for country, assumed responsibility for improving school and community, and have shown reverence for life. Would the following two students please stand to be recognized? Joe Blake and Evan Deal. The Board of Regents recognizes students that have met the requirements to be named a pre-college curriculum completer. Hutchinson High School has 2 completers this year. Would the following 2 students please stand to be recognized? Ronald Hemingway and Yika Gutierrez. The International Baccalaureate program is recognized throughout the world as the most rigorous curriculum available to high school students. This year, we have 12 students that have completed the curriculum and testing required to earn an International Baccalaureate diploma. As I call your name, please stand. Please hold our applause until after I've read all the names. Our IB diploma recipients are Joe Blake, Mackenzie Dunnigan, Caroline Fee, Giselle Graciano, Ron Hemingway, Haley Jinks, Riley McFadden, Gabrielle Posh, Jenna Ramsey, Naya Renault, Francisco Villanueva, and Cassie Vogel. Please join me in recognizing our IB recipient. In addition to these diploma recipients, 51 other seniors have taken at least one IB class. If you have taken an IB class, please stand and be recognized. Graduation with high honors is the highest academic recognition at Hutchinson High School. At this time, I would like to recognize those students that have earned the distinction of graduating with high honors. The yellow cords they wear are in recognition of this honor. Please stand as I read your name, and please hold your applause until I have read all the names. Aaron Alicia, Neely Benson, Joe Blake, Gunnar Bauer, Bailey Buchanan, Peyton Cahoon, Brianna Colburn, Asia Colvin, Evan Deal, Isaiah Duvall, Mackenzie Dunnigan, Caroline Fee, Marissa Franz, Brianna Haney, Mackenzie Heffley, Ronald Hemingway, Dalton Hobbs, Nicholas Hoffman, Haley Jinks, Cooper Castle, Weston Kraus, Keegan Kroll, Carla Lazaro, Mason Little, Paige Martinez, Riley McFadden, Joshua Morris, I apologize, Derek Norris, Taylor Pickering, Gabrielle Posh, Jenna Ramsey, Naya Renault, Jackson Rhodes, Gracie Schreiber, Jared Sherwin, Catherine Thurston, Charlize Urbanic, Brooklyn Vasquez, Seamus Wamsley, Mason Wood, and Macy Yoder. At this time, we would like to recognize those students that have made the commitment to serve our country in the military. If you made the commitment to any branch of our military, please stand and be recognized. We thank you for your service. Our first student speaker is Joe Blake. Joe is the son of Sarah and Chuck Blake and is planning on attending Cali Community College, where he will be playing tennis and majoring in broadcast journalism. Please welcome our first student speaker, Joe Blake.
Good morning, class of 2020. Today, we are gathered during an unprecedented time. We are still going strong. I think first and foremost, we need to thank the USD 308 Board of Education, especially President Cale Dennison, HHS teachers, and HHS administrators that made today possible. We, the class of 2020, especially want to thank Mr. Sawyer for coming in this year and providing us with a male assistant principal that had hair on his head. We had not seen such a thing until this year. This is not how we envisioned the year going, but the people that we have put in charge have been excellent about stepping up in this time. The faculty have been there for us through it all. Every day since freshman day in 2016, when I came late and sweaty because I had a soccer conditioning test beforehand. Faculty dealt with us through an earthquake, a lockdown that lasted all day, a fire in the bathroom, and Old Town Road. Throughout that time, we have seen a solar eclipse, Notre Dame Cathedral burn, a presidential impeachment for only the third time in American history, and most importantly, a picture of an egg become the most liked picture on Instagram. With everything they have seen us do in 4 years, it means a lot that they have stepped up in the way they have in the last 5 months. COVID-19 has not been easy on anyone, and for the class of 2020, we can take a lot away from what has taken place the last 5 months. For instance, we did not think that Friday, March 13th was going to be the last day we ever spent with our classmates at school, or that events like our spring sports, senior directed one acts, or last mass band concerts are going to be canceled. But with these events, we can take away a bigger reason to live in the moment. There are numerous times in which we catch ourselves looking too far into the future. This is great, but there is still so much to live for in the present. Some of us were looking forward to the next step after high school, think we had all of the time in the world. Now we have learned that the present can be taken away from you in an instant, just like our last 2 months of high school were. We know that you need to take advantage of everything we have because you never know when an event like Friday, March 13th could take place. So whether you're getting ready to go to work, go to the military, college, or whatever your plans may be sure you enjoy them. Because before you know it, you're going to be looking forward to the next step, just like you were with high school. While the class of 2020 had to end things a little differently, it does not take away from what each and every one of you has had to go through to get here. So take in today. Enjoy it. Because we never know when a Friday the 13th like event could shake things up for you again. Thank you.
Our second student speaker is Ryan Shaban. Ryan is the son of Nina and Rod Shaban and is planning on attending Hutchinson Community College and majoring in business. Please welcome our second student speaker, Ryan Shaban.
Hello, everybody. I'd like to start off by saying a few thank yous. First off, thank you to our teachers who have become mentors and such close friends to us throughout the years. If it weren't for you, we wouldn't have the knowledge that we hold to facilitate our future successes. Thank you to the USD 308 district for working hard to make prom and graduation happen with safety measures in place. I'd also like to thank our classmates and friends who have given us so many memories that make it so hard to say goodbye. And finally, thank you to our families, whether it be our parents, our grandparents, our siblings, or our friends that we consider family. You gave us the encouragement to continue, especially when we needed an extra push. It is thanks to your support that we are here today, closing this significant chapter of our lives. Let's give them all a big, big round of applause. I know these last few months have not been ideal, and this is not the way any of us could have imagined the end of our senior year. We did not get to say goodbye to some of our closest friends and to our teachers, who happen to also be some of our closest friends. Although I wouldn't have expected that I'd be wearing a mask to my high school graduation, I'm happy to be standing here with all of you to give our high school careers the ending it truly, truly deserves. But rather than dwelling on the past, it is time to fabricate our futures. Hutchinson High School has given us an amazing foundation to ensure success for each and every one of us. And now it is our turn to write our own story. As Shakespeare once said, "We know what we are, but know not what we may be." This quote embodies all of the possibilities that we have ahead. We may not know where life takes us years from now, but how amazing is it to be able to shape ourselves in our own vision? Don't have fear in the uncertainty. Instead, take comfort in the fact that you can do anything. Life will take you in directions you never thought it could. Lastly, I'd like to talk a bit more about the word success. When you seek success, I ask you to not base it off of others. I feel that in today's world, success is associated with materialistic items, such as money, a big house, and cars. But success isn't any of that. As long as you are happy with whatever your future has in store for you, whether it's college, joining the workforce, or you still haven't decided, that's success. As long as what you end up doing in your life gives you fulfillment, then I promise you, you will be successful. Thank you all, and congratulations to the class of 2020.
Before we present this year's senior class for the awarding of their diplomas, the seniors would like to recognize their parents for their patience, their guidance, and for their many efforts in assisting them in making it to this point in their lives. Would the parents of the senior class please stand and be recognized? Would the faculty please rise and remain standing? Ms. Dennison, Board of Education President, the faculty of Hutchinson High School has certified that these seniors have met the requirements for graduation. They are ready to join the over 50,000 previous graduates of Hutchinson High School and take their places in society. I present the 138th senior class of Hutchinson High School, the class of 2020.
Class of 2020, you didn't have the senior year you deserved or expected. Yet as graduates, you are exactly what we imagined you could be. You see, everyone here today had a vision of what we thought you would look like when you were adults. As educators and school board members, we spend a lot of time envisioning what qualities we believe students should have when they graduate from Hutch High, and we try to give you as many opportunities as we can to grow and ensure you will be successful in the future. In addition to being scholarly, we ask students to be honorable, passionate, persistent, and to value excellence. I can assure you, this 2020 class of Salthawks, all of those things and more. At the beginning of the year, we all spoke of vision and looking forward and lots of other plays on words about the future. Bottom line is, no one could have envisioned the events that have transpired in the last 7 months. When school came to a screeching halt, we were all shocked. We scrambled. We were all out of our element. That is everyone but you, class of 2020. You had changes, you had disappointments, and you had turmoil. Some of you know I have a graduate here today. I saw firsthand how you seniors dealt with this. You were sad, you were mad, and then you reflected, rose up to meet the challenge with grace, strength, resiliency, and determination. You moved forward, controlling what you could, accepted what you could not, and you crossed the finish line. I have rarely seen such wisdom, compassion, maturity, and thoughtfulness in an adult, let alone a group of students when faced with such obstacles. One of my favorite quotes is by Jane Goodall. She said, "You cannot get through a single day without making an impact on the world around you. What you do makes a difference, and you have to decide what kind of difference you want to make." Graduates, you have proven you make a difference. When life returns to normal, whatever that looks like, remind us that just because something has always been a certain way, it can change. Sometimes the changes are out of our control, but sometimes they are very much in our control. We don't always have to do things the way they have been done. change means making things a whole lot better than it would have been. I believe this graduating class is something special. We believe the ability to change a better place. Talk class of 2020, I say to you, congratulations for rising above the challenges. Continue to move forward with all of the grace, determination, and leadership you have shown you have, and decide what kind of difference. Congratulations.
At this time, I need the student readers to please come forward. And if you guys will bear with us, we're going to kind of switch the stage around so we can hand out the diplomas, and we'll be facing your direction. Well, that went pretty smoothly. That was the first time we've executed that officially. Kind of like when the graduates walked in, we did not get a chance to practice that walking in. So as you saw them back up, that's what they do. They back up. Remember, in life, if you get too far, you can always back up and correct it. So I was proud of them for being adaptable there. At this time, we are going to start the diploma part of the ceremony. I want you to keep something in mind. Every graduate has earned the right to be here and to be the center of attention. And every family has earned the right to hear their student's name. So we're going to read these names one right after another. We're not going to wait for the air horns and the applause to go. So I know you're excited. I know you're happy, but noisemakers, air horns, silly screen, all that we need to avoid, because again, you wouldn't want your kid to be the one that comes following that and that family cannot hear their name. So again, let's give them the honor that they deserve.
Alina Adams. Mariah Aguilar. Vincente Aguilar. Aaron Alisay. Levi Allen. Peyton Allen. Dominic Alvarez Benitez. Jordan Anderson. Sarai Andrade. Jasmine Armstrong. Hunter Austin. Dylan Avila. Amber Azim. Austin Baker. Quincy Baker. Graham Barnes. Natalie Baskell. Sheldon Beal. Madison Benitez. Paislin Bentley.
Laura Bilson. Alicia Burney. Joe Blake. Joseph Bodine. Tristan Bodine. Gunnar Bauer. Bailey Bribieska. Bailey Buchanan. Ada Bowler. Tyler Burnett. Cale Byard. Corey Byard. Martin Campos. Damon Cantu. Caitlin Carey. Angelina Siniceros. Dallas Chambers. Taya Chapman. Kylie Chappell. Ryan Cherry. Ryan Christian.
Samantha Klein. Peyton Cahoon. Brandon Colborn. Brianna Colburn. Sage Collum. Ethan Colbert. Asia Marissa Cook. Samantha Cook. Heather Oak. Angelica Corral. Hayden. Devin Casado. Audrey Craig. Kendra Cross. Haylandy Crossman. Jaden Carell. Nathan Davis.
Evan Deal. Selena Dean. Victoria De La Cruz. Jadrian Delgado. Isaiah Duvall. Lauren Dennison. Madison Schmidt. Mackenzie Dunnigan. Tyler Eddington. Braden Edgar. Aaron Edmondson. Simone Eldridge. Tia Eldridge. Devin Ephraim's Potter. Trey Fairbank. Jesus Fudoa.
Lisbeth Abigail Fadoa. Tristan Fisher. Alyssa Francis. Annie Francis. Marissa Franz. Elijah Gable. Jessica Gandy. Alex Garcia. Emily Garcia. Ivy Garcia. Jack Gardner. Moses Gardner. Noah Gardner. Jasmine Garrett. Brandon Gones. Caden Goldsmith. Giselle Graciano.
Anise Grissom. Gannon Grow. Selena Gutierrez. Ika Gutierrez. Lena Hall. Eli Halford. Brittany Hamilton. Brianna Haney. Grant Harmony. Aubrey Hayden. Mackenzie Heffley. Adelaide Helm. Ronald Hemingway. Tatum Hinkie. Brooke Est. Alexis Harrell. Christian Hernandez. Destiny Hippen. Dalton Hobbs. Nicholas Hoffman. Mackenzie Houston. Logan Howell. Eve Hurt. Faith Hurt. Alexis Ibarra. Andres Jackson. Christian Jackson. Junior Jaime. Haley Jinks. Jarrett Johnson. Yasmin Johnson. Selden Jones. Anella Yorez.
Rebecca Katzenmeyer. Cooper Castle. Weston Kraus. Xavier Crable. Remy Kulikart. Jalen Lamas. Hayden Lansdow. Carla Lazaro. Jenna Lightsey. Allison Link. Sheena Lisco. Mason Little.
Ali Magana. Alexander Mahoney. Shaylee Makey. Mercedes Malloy. Jaden Manchi. Taylor Mankey. Paige Martinez. Tracy Mason Jr. Brianna Mays. Arlandre Maccabee. Raven McAllister. Riley McFadden. Talia McGraw. Noah McIntyre. Kaiser Meininger. Sandra Mejia. Cassandra Mendez. Delani Mendoza. Carson Miller. Tiffany Miner. Darren Mitzer. Jaden Moffitt. Benet Moore. Brooklyn Moore. Kenneth Moore. Jalen Moriasi. Joshua Morris. Melanie Morrison. Sheriff Murray. Keaton Knafsinger. Andrew Neal. Cole Nix. Derek Norris. Emma Onchez. Mackenzie Onchez.
Lisa Arona. Amber Orr. Justin Ortega. Giovanni Palmiro. Aiden Pennington. Zaria Priya Best. Dylan Peterson. Meadow Petty. Dakota Philbrick. Taylor Pickering. Leah Panetta. Bailey Pitts. John Poe. Gabby Posh.
Rachel Prescott. Jackson Pruitt. Adriana Quijada. Tyler Radloff. Emily Ragoza. Shay Ratzloff. Christopher Reed. Noah Reed. Hayden Regier. Naya Renault. Bailey Rexford. Jackson Rhodes. Austin Rice. Tina Robertson. Tyler Robinson. Braden Rogers. Emily Root, Damian Royce, Damian Savidra, Mackenzie Salee, Derek Sandoval, Haley Saylor, Onyx Schmidt, Allison Schofield, Gracie Schreiber, Ryan Shaban, Dylan Shaw, Jared Sherwin, Kayla Sheff, Noah Sinclair, Tabin Smith, Courtney Snowden, Thomas Southard,
McLean Stubbs. Evan Taylor. Elizabeth Teeter. Tabs Thayer. Catherine Thurston. Alexis Torres. Bo Tremmel. Peyton Trunkill. Charlie Urbana. Annalise Valles. Angelo Vasquez. Brooklyn Vasquez. Christina Vasquez. Emma Victoria. Jeremy Vihol.
Francisco Villanueva, Richard Villarreal, Cassie Vogel, Carolyn Wagger, Kayshawn Walker, Seamus Wamsley, Cameron Ward, Keegan Ward, Jordan West, Skylar Wiebe, Destiny Wilson, Kylia Wilson Blackman, Lucas Winchester, Dakota Wolfe, Mason Wood, Damian Woolsey, Jocelyn Yates, Cameron Yabara, Robert Yabara, Macy Yoder, Ashley Frederick, Destiny Lopez,
I appreciate everybody's patience as we did this run through for the first time ever. I appreciate your attendance. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, to conclude our ceremonies this afternoon, it is my privilege and great honor to present to you the graduated class of 2020.